Hi, I'm Alexis Taylor from Hot Chip, working on a new track for my duo, Fainting by Numbers, which is with Justus Kernke. And I'm trying Pigments software for some bassline sounds and for some arpeggiation. With Pigments, I have lots of options available to me to do things which are surprising, or to get into kind of a more granular synthesis kind of world, or to just mess with the parameters of sound and experiment. Oh, that's really nice. It's nice to be able to use a starting point of a drum machine, of an 808, something recognizable, but you're somewhere completely different in terms of what it does when you're up in this higher register. I often get inspired by a synthesizer I'm using, and sometimes the not knowing my way around that new synth can mean I have happy accidents with what I'm coming up with. And so far in using Pigments, it's very helpful in immediately giving you something quite playful to work with. With our band, Hot Chip, we tend to be quite relaxed when we're working together, and I think what's good about it is we're friends. We like the music that each other wants to make and that each person listens to, but they're not all identical tastes in music, so somebody's always bringing something different. When making a song, it's important for me that the atmosphere created by the instruments resonates with the mood and the feel of the lyrics. But I'm also quite keen to explore sound and to take things away from their starting point. Sometimes completely mute tracks which were essential to the songwriting process. See whether you can make something more abstract sounding by removing certain elements that you would normally rely on. So it's fun for me to just go away from my starting point. But you also have to keep in mind maybe there was something good in that starting point, which is the kind of foundation of the track. So it's a bit of a balancing act. It's helpful to be able to play around. Like, that's what I enjoy in music making. Whilst there might be a serious sort of vibe to some of the music I make, music making has to be playful, really. That's always been there in Hot Chip. So that's the kind of thing where I don't have any chordal ideas before hearing the sound, and then the sound is so nice and interesting to me that it leads me to coming up with some chord sequence. So that's a quick example of how if you like something in a synthesizer and what it's able to do. I know I haven't messed with any parameters, but I'm just enjoying it from its preset starting point. Yeah, that's lovely. It's going to be a great asset to people who are very into synthesis and working in textural sound and maybe doing film soundtrack work, but it might also be great if you're making a sort of more dancey track and you want like a brilliant subby bass line sound. So there's lots to explore.